Okay. Okay, hello all and welcome to new live. It's Anni here, you quitting caffeine supporter friend. And I just wanted to show up and make a little support live. Let's see if this is working. All right. Hope you are all doing good and I'm very happy to see you. And I send you a lots of good energy and love energy from here. And you can always come to chat if you wanna ask something or if you wanna join. I'm gonna pick up one card to us, of course. And then I'm just gonna say a few supporting words. I'm not gonna do very long live today, but 29 months here in it it keeps going better, and I'm still improving, like I always said. In my case, hi hi, sä oot muuten livessä. But journey is good. I'm keep going strong and improving. And I was saying that in my case, it's gonna take that 3 years to be 100, but in this phase, who cares? Because anxiety is so much more milder. Thank you, Beto. Hope you are good. No, he didn't make coffee. my boyfriend doesn't make coffee. He did take water, but he doesn't like to be on live, so that's why I did I did turn to uncle. But how are you? But anyways, the thing that I was saying, that you just have to remember these words, these 3 words. You are strong, you are safe, and you can do this. Anxiety will go away. Even it feels that it's never gonna go away, it will. Oh, that's good to hear. Always happy to see you here. It's not so lonely. In my streams there is not so much people ever, never. Okay, so now we're gonna pick a card. Nyt nostetaan kortti. Katsotaan mikä kortti tulee. Let's see what card is coming, because we need some support in these dark times. But even times can be dark. We are not in the darkness. Remember that. You are the light. Always there is light inside you. Okay, now my guides, help me. Breathe in, breathe out. And what cards wants to show up in this moment? What card will wanna come? Okay, interesting. Awakening the child. Are you awake, my child? My children. Awakening the child. So let's see what is the meaning of this card. Because I don't know if I don't look in this book. Okay, now I'm gonna read this for you. Awakening the child. Joy is a high vibrational energy that is available all around of us. It's found in the skiest as sunset, in the laughter of children as they play, in the buzzing of hummingbird as it drinks from the newly blossomed fuchsia, and in your heart as it experiences love in its many forms. Hi, Christopher. Amazing 8 months. Congrats. It's huge. Keep going. As children, we are more connected to joy because we are present in play and have the innocence and curiosity to experience life in all its endless magic. This card is calling you to return that childlike sense of wonder, invoking playfulness and bearing witness to all of life joys, dancing, playing, and revealing in the simplest magic of life. The joy lives in the pulsing of your heart, and your heart is calling for more fun in your experience. To lighten up and play, to experience more joy, you must move your energy down from thinking into being and call upon the innocence, curiosity, and delight of your child self. Let little you run the show. Can you do that, my friends? Let little you run the show. When you do this, you can bear witness the joy all around and in turn experience increased vitality and creativity. So, can you find a little child inside you? Sometimes it's hard, I know, but it's there. And when anxiety goes, actually, you're gonna turn more in that childlike state where you're gonna just, you're gonna be more happier. And even you still have hard days or boring days or difficult days, because ups and downs, roller coaster goes. You remember that you're gonna be healed completely one day. And then all this is just a memory, anxiety. But I just wanted to show up because it's important to me to keep supporting and keep continuing my own journey, of course. And you have helped me in that because I feel that we have this community with all the caffeine quitters. We understand each other, and I'm very grateful for that. And I'm grateful that I can do these lives for you. And I'm very happy to hear how you are doing. And if you ever need to come to my support group, you are warmly welcome there. I'm gonna put the link there. Yes, caffeine really is horrible, crazy drug. And it really can do a lot of damage. But the best thing is that we will recover. All right, maybe I'm gonna say my little updates. There is not so much updates since my last video, but like I said, I'm 29 months and I'm in my period, so I did still notice the anxiety is there during my periods, and I have still headaches, and there are sharp tension headaches usually here neck in the neck. They start and then they go here in the back of my scalp, but I don't take any pain medicines or anything. I just sit them through. Sometimes they are really hard, but remember, whatever you have to do in your journey, if you experience whatever kind of symptoms that can come, you have to remember it's your journey, and you need to do what is best for you. But with time, with that, the best medication that there is, which is time, you're gonna be good. And when the months go by, it's going to be more manageable. It's not gonna be amazing yet, maybe, but it's gonna be more you're gonna be more functional. And for me, that was already a huge win, because after that first part of journey, I now I'm very honest, I didn't even know if I'm gonna survive alive. but that's how it goes. Like, we just have to keep going. And this next mantra that I'm gonna say is something that you can say to yourself if you wake up with anxiety, or you wake up with feeling boringness or blahness, or no motivation or whatever you are feeling in those hard days, you can say to yourself that you are safe, you are strong, and you will recover. You are safe, you are strong, and you will recover. So just keep that in your mind, and just give yourself a lot of rest, and drink a lot of water, and find some nice things that you can do in your daily life, even in the hard days. Find something little nice things. If you have some game that you can play to distract your mind, or if you just want to sit in the nature, what I have been doing a lot, or like if you like to meditate, or whatever like makes you feel more that safetyness and that comfort, because you are not broken inside. It just feels that we are broken when we have anxiety. And of course, if you are feeling that disconnected feelings, remember that brain is all already doing all the best that it can to fix all the things, and the symptoms are there, just temporary like time, and then they're gonna go away, and you get yourself back. But in my journey, it has been a long journey, piece by piece, little by little. Sometimes it felt that I'm gonna go backwards, and then I'm gonna go again, like more upwards, and that's how it has been going. And maybe some of you are interested, like the difference in my journey in my first year and second year. Like sometimes now, when I look this journey backwards, it's hard to say even which year was harder. Of course, the first year, there was the first 6 months that I was in survival state. So I don't have many memories now in that stage, because my mind already wanna forget that. And it was, for me, it was very scary, difficult place to be. Didn't basically understood anything what was happening. I shouldn't have go cold turkey, but I don't think it anymore so much, because what did happen, it happened, and I always believe that everything that happens to us is meant to happen. But if there is somebody who is thinking to go cold turkey, I just want to say in my own experience why I don't recommend that, because we are all different and we're going to experience things differently. So for some people, going cold turkey can be too much, and there is nothing wrong with that. And then it's good to taper, or very slow taper, and you can like find a lot of good info about that in those groups. There is a good Facebook group, Quitting Caffeine group. You can ask help for there, or Reddit decaf. But remember, you always have to do what is best for you. So, but okay, let's take. Yeah, that's very sad. Yes, I know. It's very sad, and it's very real thing. This caffeine quitting caffeine journey, withdrawals, post-acute withdrawals. It's not a joke. And like, even I haven't speak about all the stuff that I was experiencing in my first 6 months. I did have a lot of those suicidal thoughts, and the suffering, the intensity of suffering where I was. My first 3 months was easier compared to 4 and 5. 4 and 5 months, there came a very heavy brain fog and very heavy symptoms in my brain. I was not able to think clearly. I wasn't able to be calm and connecting. I wasn't able to even speak normally, because I did suffer to make words like they should say. And I was struggling to read, and I was struggling with my memory. heavy. I did have heavy memory loss, and that's why. Hi, Gary. It's that kind of suffering I did never had in my life, never ever. So that's why I want to say that if you need to take some medication on or whatever you need to do in your own journey, you have to do that, and always think what is best for you. And so basically, after that 6 months, there started to be those tiny moments of where I felt peace, but it wasn't like I did have all so good days, but the moments, more those moments. And like I said, my first year was hard because of that. But then when I come to the second year, and now when I look at that, that's amazing. That's amazing. Memory is improving for sure. So the second year, the biggest issues was for me that totally lack of motivation, very often there, a feeling of blah, a lot of pains, neck pains, and not a lot of tightness in my body, different part of my body, and my legs were heavy, and a lot of feeling like I just don't care, like anhedonia, where you are just place where you don't just care, like you just you are just living, but but what is the reason, like that kind of. And also I was experiencing that depersonalization disconnection. So so it wasn't easy year for me either, but I could always be grateful the improvement where I was, because I knew where I was coming from. I was coming from the place that I didn't know, am I gonna survive? So I was thanking God every day that I'm alive, and that I can live, I can walk, I can eat. And that's where the attitude or the mindset plays a huge role when we are recovering, like how we can see those little improvements. And for me, the best way dealing with anxiety was not trying to deal with that. It's just I was just have to go with the flow without without understanding that, just like going with the flow, like I take what comes and deal with that. Hi, how are you, Rahi? And then now this third year has really been a lot of improvement, like in my mood, and energy levels are still improving. And even I still cannot do harder exercise because that will spike my anxiety. Like in this point, who cares? Because like I'm come this far, and I know in the 3 years I'm gonna be 100. So 100%. If you are wondering what the hell is 100, so. And this is not your journey. Your journey can be whatever it is, but I just always share if that helps, and it helps for some people who are going through the same symptoms and maybe same timeline. Yes, pretty good. That's amazing. That's 14 months. Amazing. That's amazing. But yes, like addiction recovery can be lonely journey, but you are not alone at all. And then when you recover, I hope that some of you maybe you tell your story somewhere. And I'm always very happy that you come here to chat and you are telling that you are there and you are doing good. So it gives me a lot of good feelings, and I know that you are safe and you are still continuing your own journey. But do you have any questions, or do you have any interesting stuff that you want to share? It's always nice to hear all of you. I was outside today. I'm gonna maybe go fishing still tonight, so I'm not gonna do so long live. It's a little bit quiet here, but it's okay. Quietness is also okay. Wait a second, I'm gonna I'm just gonna eat one apple because I have a little bit hungry. I'm doing good. How are you doing? I have been a lot of outside, so I need to eat. I also take naps every day. Do you guys take naps? Or can you just push through the days without naps? I cannot push through my days. I nap a lot still. But maybe some people say that naps are interrupting their night sleep, but for me it's not, because I only take short naps. Yes. There is my little buddy. Today she went swimming and there is very cold water. Stop. Paikka. But she still went swimming, so crazy dog. I don't go anymore swimming because water is already so cold. Yes, 20 minute naps. Yep, that's good. Yay, 5 months. That's good. That's good. You're gonna be so good with time. Trust me. It's amazing. And months really go, they will go fast, even it can feel like it's sometimes it feels like time is going so slow. But you know, time is still gonna go. You just have to somehow go through your day. Oh, thank you, Chipit Bird. I'm also happy to see you here, and I'm grateful all of you, because you know my lives are usually pretty empty. So I'm so grateful for each of you, and I hope in the future I'm gonna also do a lot of other kind of videos, not just this quitting caffeine stuff, but other stuff that I'm interested in. And like I have been saying, that when I get my boat next summer, I hope I'm gonna do there maybe some lives in my boat. But now I'm still here, and all my dreams are still in my head. But we have to have dreams, because dreams will come true. Yeah, well, yes, I have had still headaches. Like now during my periods, I have headaches. I have some tension pain in my neck still, and I have some tingling feeling in my feet, like almost like it's not restless leg, but tingling. And then I also have some night wakings, but I still can sleep pretty good. But it's still my hormones. I'm always feeling this time of the month that my hormones are changing and rising, like when estrogen is changing, like I'm feeling anxiety, and it's always a little bit put me a little bit down and tired place, because I would hope that don't hit me anymore, but it still hits me. But my mood is overall better. Sleep is good when I sleep. A lot of old memories coming back. A lot of old feelings, and like self how, what is that word, like almost like I feel that my brain is like doing the job, like putting my memories back in order, so my memory is improving. And what else? Yeah, well, I have occasional tiredness, but I don't have so much like that fatigue anymore. So fatigue is turned more like tiredness, but it's more like when the tiredness is there, it's more like tiredness in my head. um I guess you can call it brain fog, but I call it also like heavy feeling in the head. But it's not like it's like nothing compare where I was, because where I was the place that I couldn't even do videos. And that first video what I made in Finnish, like that 7 months, um, I was messed up. I was still a lot of like in that adrenaline rush stage, and I was just like, oh, caffeine can cause this kind of shit. And I was starting to realize, and I didn't understand anything about that. And when I think about what kind of journey is behind me, I'm like such in a better place. And that's what I really hope to see where you're gonna be, whatever is your journey. That maybe if you are very bad place in the beginning, you're really gonna see that that's not gonna be the case. But you're gonna go in the very bad place in the decent place, and the decent place you're gonna go in the okay place. Okay place you're gonna go in the happy place. And when I'm 3 years, I think I'm gonna happy place to the joyful place. And that's, I think that's the place where I don't have any of these pains anymore, this physical stuff. And because what all the other veterans have said and how their journey have gone. So you just need to keep pushing through, and somehow spend your days. If you have a job, if you have kids, whatever you have, studies, just somehow if you can go through the days. I wouldn't take any other like extra big like challenges in this journey. It's already challenge to just like live living your life. That's the challenge with anxiety. Oh, yes. I'm also very glad that you are feeling better. Yeah, I'm very impatient mind, I have to say. I'm like when I was before, I was doing so much things, every day exercising, always planning things, always like having big dreams. And anxiety, uh, mitä sinä teet? Anxiety didn't let me do any of that. I didn't care less. I didn't care to start studying. I did have to stop the studies that I was doing at that moment, because it was just too much for me. And basically, like whole my whole my life was changed because of anxiety. Couldn't work, couldn't do plans. And it's not gonna mean that you're gonna have to do that, but that it's happened to me. So now I'm good place because I can have plans and dreams, and my brain will let me do that. Because when I did have anxiety, my brain didn't let me do things. Okay, somebody is like, what do you mean? Why your brain didn't let you do? Like you know, you are made, it's all in your head. Like this is all in your head. Like there is not just the things that post acute withdrawal or caffeine cannot do that kind of shit. Can caffeine do this kind of shit? Voiko kofeiini tehdä tämmöistä? Voiko? Yes, indeed it can. So doc even say that yes, indeed it can. So anyway, if people are not believing you because they don't know a shit, and there are not studies about these things enough, like we need more studies about these things. And that's why I'm always myself, I did watch a lot of benzo withdrawal recovery videos, and those videos, because there was a lot of like stuff that what I was going through. And but with caffeine, this thing is still so in child shoes. What How we think, how big issue this is in all over the world. But it's gonna change in the future, and more people will get this information because it has been out there. Okay, and one book I'm gonna show you, it's called Devil's Cup. If you are interested to read about history of coffee, wait a minute. Well, I didn't find the book. Sorry, I didn't find the book, but it's called Devil's Cup. I'm gonna write it here. Interesting book indeed. And there is a lot of in that book how coffee have been illegal ancient times before it became like the most popular drug in the world, and it has been using a many war rituals, and there is a pretty nasty stuff in that book, so you have to check it out, but please read that in mindset where you are not maybe in just anxious place, because for me it was really, there was heavy stuff to read, but it all makes sense because without caffeine our society wouldn't be maybe this violent or this kind of stimulating society. But do you have any questions, or do you want to chat something? You can chat anything you want. Before I go, I have to watch one thing. There was one interesting study. Okay, well, I'm gonna find that in my another live. Where I'm getting my boat? Well, I'm just gonna buy that like from the internet, from the one site that there is a lot of boats. Maybe if there's Finnish people knows nettivene. So I'm just gonna buy it there. But it's not gonna be any big boat, just some a decent price small one, so I can go fishing, because then it's more easier. Okay, of course I can do fishing without the boat, but because I love being on the boat. Water is one element which makes me always calm down, because when I was a child I grew up near the lake, so I was always like used to go to the lake and go to the fishing and go to the ice fishing, so it was just something that I was grow up with. So we always need to do things that we love. And one thing that I have learned, chemical anxiety, this is one thing that we also need to pay attention, because there is chemical anxiety during these withdrawals, drug withdrawals, post-ECOT withdrawals, where your brain chemistry is trying to find that balance when your receptors is healing. It's very different than anxiety that I was, for example, experiencing before, like anxiety if somebody dies, or if you lose your job, or like some other anxiety. I was still capable to function and do stuff and do exercise and do all kind of stuff. Of course, people are different and it's different for everybody. But for me, this anxiety was that I wasn't able to do it. It was really hard for me to go through. And that's why if I ever need to quit some kind of pill or anything in my life, which I hope doesn't have to do that. But we never know what life brings. Then I would never go cold turkey myself. If I would have known what kind of drug caffeine is, and because I was very high dose, highly addicted, high dose using, I would have to taper down, maybe even 1 year taper down. Even that sounds like very long taper, but for me that would have been the better, because my mind was very sensitive, and that anxiousness almost was too much for me. But now I know better. Yes, the main thing it's that we heal, and of course it's really heavy shock, but I always try to also think positive, that maybe my body did cold turkey for me, because that's how it happened in my case. I started to have those tremors inside my head, and basically that's how I realized that caffeine is doing that. So my body did come to a point that that amount caffeine was too much, and it gave me that sign that now stop that. And that's how I did stop, because our body is very wise, and it's giving us those signs for a reason. It's not just giving those signs without no reason. And one thing that I believe, that many people who are in their life, they are suffering all kind of these stuff that they don't know why they are suffering. Of course, there can be so many reasons why people have had issues, but many people are also suffering because of caffeine. That's how I believe. But they just don't know that, or they just don't want to admit that. And then there can be people who can tolerate caffeine and they don't have issues. Maybe they are not slow metabolizers, or I don't know why that's the case, because our genetics, of course, it plays a role there. So it's interesting, this life. But definitely this is something that we need to speak about more, and we have to be able to speak about this. And sometimes it's hard to speak with other people who are heavy addicts, because of course they don't want to hear anything. But anyway, now I think I'm gonna end this, unless you wanna still chat with me. And I'm gonna do, of course, my 2.5 year video when I'm there, but I'm not there yet. So 1 more month to go. And don't be if I'm not doing that in just that day when I'm 2.5 year, I'm gonna do that. But it's not like I'm not always know that can I be here in the YouTube in just that day, but just know that I'm gonna still do that video and update. And sometimes I was even thinking that that it's hard to do updates, because people are waiting that if I'm not like 100% in my 2.5 year video, people are just saying, no, that girl is crazy, and it's not caffeine or post-acute withdrawals anymore. But now I don't even care about that. I'm just sharing my own journey, and if I'm not 100% in my 2.5 video, then I'm not. But I'm still sharing that, and that's what I have been experiencing. And you can think whatever you want about that, and you don't have to even believe what I'm speaking. But I think it's important to share, and that's how I feel better in my heart, when I just share, and then I'm good to go. So too much talking. Have a good day, my friends, and go to do something nice, whatever that is, or playing some games. Bye. Ilo is coming here again. Bye, bye, bye.